It's halfway through the season, which is hard to believe because it was only 4 weeks ago that we started this XFL season. But it's time, since we're halfway through, to do the mid-season power rankings.
The Power Rankings!
A+ transitions.
It's been a while since I've heard that transition.
Been a while.
Okay. So we're going to do the power rankings for the XFL so far. Do we want to, James, would you want to start with 8 or do you want to start with 1? Work our way to the top? Or do you
Your call. Your call there.
tell me.
Let's probably start with 8.
Okay. Start with 8?
Yeah.
Start with 8?
Yeah.
Do you want me to start?
Oh, I thought you meant... Okay.
I'll start.
Yeah, you go.
I'm going with the crappy Wildcats at 8.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they got a big win last week against the Defenders, who we heard are finding out aren't as great as that we thought they were.
No.
And I also base that off of I just don't like everything about their setup of their franchise. I don't like their colors. I don't like their jerseys, and they're 1-3. That leads me to believe that, and they've also given up. I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't like him.
Yeah. See. Okay.
It's a lot of personal in there too, but I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like them, and I don't think they've been that great. Well, they're getting better, but they're not. They haven't been great.
Fair enough. I think I'm gonna have to put the Dragons.
The Dragons
last, only because they came out swinging a little bit, but the last few losses have not been great on the team, and I don't see anywhere they excel compared to the other teams. Yeah. They're not remarkable offensively or defensively. At least DC had something going for a little while, and they maybe could show some light, but I'm going to have to put the Dragons last.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So who do you have for 7?
I have the Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, and I give them a little respect because they fought hard against the Battlehawks, but they're pretty bad, minus that their name is the Dragons.
It's not a bad name.
I think they just haven't played very well. They've scored under single digits for touchdowns for, and they just have been terrible. They won week 2.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? They won week 2, and then they've just been terrible since. So definitely not a good signs for the Seattle Dragons.
True. See, I'm gonna have to put the Wildcats next, only because they came off that crazy win.
Yeah,
but
that makes
sense. For me, that crazy one says, you know what? Currently, I have a feeling they would beat the Dragons in a fight.
I hear you. I like their name too. I think that's why I hedged the Dragons a little higher.
Fair enough. All right, so who do you have for
Vipers?
Same.
So I of course, like, if people have seen, they were last. They're last.
Amazing.
They have one win.
They're the best team in the XFL.
Stop. Stop it.
How about this? I'll give you this. They're a top 10 team.
They're my number 1.
I'll give you that. They're a top 10 team.
Do you have them as number 1?
Yeah, they're my 1 through 8.
They might even be a top 8 team.
They are a top 8 team.
They might be a top 8
team. I have
team.
them a top 5 team.
I know.
To be honest with you.
They're one of the 5 best teams in the XFL. Come on. They're doing good. But yeah, I think we both have come to the same agreement that they have potential offensively, but
some of us have come to the same agreement.
Some of us. Well, yeah. John can do his thing.
I'm gonna swear for the first time on this podcast.
I'll get the bleep.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna swear.
I'm gonna do it.
So who do you have next?
I have,
because I know who I have next.
I have the Defenders, and for obvious reasons, they coming off 2 bad losses to 2 of the worst teams in the league. Sorry, hate to say it, but the Vipers got their first win against them. And I don't know what's up with this team. Like, they're falling fast, but they need to figure it out. They're 500, so maybe if they can get another win next week, they'll start to climb back up. But I don't know. This team seems to be crumbling.
If you're a DC fan, I would abandon ship at this point. Yeah. They scored 0 points. and their defense was non-existent against one of the worst teams in the league. I'm sorry, abandoned ship.
Abandoned ship 4 games into their franchise.
I would at this point.
No, we can't. We said we're sticking by them.
No, I'm sticking with the Roughnecks, but if you're a DC
you were
fan,
about to be a Defenders fan. Just remember, you jumped ship before the season even started.
Yeah, you know what? Screw them. I don't need them.
I think actually week 1 you jump ship, but
hey, they were good. Now they're not. Oh well. So, because I could show you who I have next for 4.
Well, who do you have there?
DC as well.
You had DC as well.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Who do you have at 4?
Guardians.
The Guardians.
Yeah. Again, they're a team that they're 2-2. Nothing really shines. Nothing's really great. Nothing's really bad. They're meh.
Yeah.
They're there. They're doing all right. But.
This one I struggle because I think we have the next 2 kind of.
We'll have most
next 2 probably flip flopped, and then from there it's pretty.
What do you have, the Renegades next?
I think I have to put the Renegades next because they're coming off that loss. It's close. It's definitely a close game.
I have the opposite reasoning for that, but okay.
They lost a close game, but the Guardians are coming off a big win. So
yeah, but the Renegades came within a touchdown of beating.
That still doesn't matter. It does. If you get blown out by 30, it still counts as a little check mark in the loss column. Then 7.
But it shows the Renegades are a half decent team.
Half decent. They're 500, and so are the Guardians. They got to win. They can't just say, "Oh, we were in there."
True.
I'll tell you. Yesterday I was playing tennis, and I was played 4 games.
Yeah.
First game we went to. It was like the last point. We lost the first game.
Yeah.
Second one we lost. Third one we lost to the last point. Like the same thing, then a tie-break point. Fourth one we won. We still lost 3 of those, but we were close in 2. We still lost.
It means you're competitive.
But all these teams are competitive. We just got done saying at the beginning of the show, everyone's equal.
It's a power ranking. As in how strong are they, how competitive they are against one another.
Right. And the Guardians just won. How are you going to say?
Who'd they face, though? Yeah, they faced the Wildcats.
So?
17-14. So they barely beat a low-end team. And you're going to put them...
We just got done saying any team can win any given day in this league because all the teams are so even.
True,
so
but we're
what
still
does it
doing
matter?
power rankings.
I understand that we're doing power rankings, and that's why I put them ahead. But you're saying that their win shouldn't count as much as the Renegades' loss? You're saying that their win should be... You're losing.
Wait a minute. Hear me out. If you talk about the strengths of the teams that they're facing, would you say the Renegades are quite a bit better than the Wildcats?
I think.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I would say they're better than Wildcats.
Because in my opinion, losing by 7, basically by interception at that point, to the Roughnecks isn't that bad as compared to only beating the Wildcats by 3.
But let me ask you this: why did you put the Wildcats second to last?
Again, because they're not good. That's why.
No, but why did you not put them last and put them second to last?
Because the Dragons are slightly worse.
That's not the reason you gave.
Well, you know what I mean.
They said that because they got a big win against the Defenders. They did
for their position. That's a big win.
You take out that, so they just beat a top team or a team that's
not a top team.
At the time, they were undefeated. They were number 1 in every power ranking before going into week 3. So they beat the top team in the league.
You're saying the Guardians are a top.
I mean, we always do top. They're top 4, yes.
Okay, because there's only 8, so you got to be careful. Who's top? Top has got to be 1 or 2.
I mean, the top half of the league, I guess.
Well, yeah, but
that's half. They're the
Broncos are the top half of the NFL. What does that?
No, they're not. Stop it.
What does that matter?
Stop. Well, that's what I'm saying. But my point is, you just got done saying the Wildcats were up a slot because they got a big win against the Defenders, who at the time were the best team in the XFL. So my reasoning is, with that logic, they beat a pretty good team. It doesn't matter how much they lost by, a won or loss. A win's a win, a loss is a loss. I just look at that they won. They got a W in the win column.
Yes.
And the Renegades did not. There's no problem. I like the Renegades. I think it's close. It's pretty close between those two.
We're just going to have to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. So then who's your next one then? Because
that number 2?
No, number 3. Because we were just talking about number 4.
We did. We did. We kind of jumped around.
We're talking about Guardians for you.
Because I said
I have Guardians for 4, and you have
Renegades,
and then I'm gonna have Renegades. You have
Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess my thing is I have more faith in the Renegades offense than I would in the Guardians, and that's my take. Yeah. So that's my thing.
If you want to go by just only points, the Renegades only scored 3 more points than the.
Yeah, I know. It's still more.
Exactly, it's still more. They
I'm
still won by a field goal.
I'm still messing with
you. It doesn't make sense. I think this win's a win. They got to win, and that's it.
Going off their last performance, I think the Renegades performed better on the field.
And lost.
They still performed better. Overall, as a team, I would say they performed better.
Pretty well in their loss.
Well, fine. Let's move on to something we'll agree on.
Hey, with that, you know what? The defenders should be number 1 because they perform way better than.
What are you insane?
I'm just kidding.
I think there's a segment. Lay off the.
Well, with that logic, I mean, I should change my next 1 and 2 because I was gonna have the Roughnecks be number 1, but the Battlehawks I think played better last week than the Roughnecks.
You can do what you want. It's your power rankings. I'm not gonna tell you what you got to do.
Battlehawks are 2 right now.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I go by record. They're undefeated. Roughnecks beat them, so that puts them ahead. But as soon as if the Battlehawks keep winning, and as soon as the Roughnecks lose one, Battlehawks are going to take number 1. They're right on the heels, and they're the best team.
But then they would both have
East.
the same record.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
someone's got to be 1.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
if they have the same record, you put the Battlehawks at 1.
Yeah, because that means that they won. They would have won 3 in a row, and the Roughnecks would have lost. But
they both have the same record.
So you want to tie them?
No. So I'm just surprised you think player for player the Battlehawks are better.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have to disagree on that
one.
Disagree. The Roughnecks. Now, the Battlehawks, yes, you probably have the best quarterback, but overall as a team, I think the Roughnecks are still better. By a bit.
Not just the quarterback, the defense is better than the Roughnecks.
Yeah.
You're allowing less, over 4 touchdowns less. They've allowed over 4 touchdowns less.
Okay, I'll have to agree with you on that one.
And home-wise, I think that they're playing in the Dome in St. Louis is quite a big advantage for them.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll have to wait and see.
2-0. Numbers don't lie. Actually, fun fact, all the Dome teams are 2-0.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact. So that's kind of a cool little tidbit for them.
Let's see if the weather affects them more than in the NFL.
I'm sure it would because all the players are pretty bad. So
a lot of those receivers are Butterfingers, man.
Yeah, they did. There was a lot of drop passes, and the quarterbacks missed a lot of open receivers. There's a ton. I watched in the terrible Vipers game that the Vipers quarterback missed their wide receiver wide.
If your completion percentage is above 60% in the XFL, you're a top quarterback.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are hovering around 45 to 55.
Yeah. That's why there's 3 quarterbacks playing in the game.
They must be rolling the dice or something, being like, all right, you're up, or something like that.
Yeah. But I'm going. So I think we both agree Battlehawks 2, Roughnecks 1.
Yeah. And we're going to have to
They're undefeated.
This.
They've never lost a game.
They've never lost.
In their franchise's history. Let me repeat that. In franchise history,
glad you're on board.
Never lost.
Glad you're on board the
I got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
I can name a team better.
Can you, though?
Yeah. I think we all know who he's going to say.
Tampa Bay Vipers.
You and your party of 1.
They're so good. No, they're unbelievably good.
What's their record?
They're the best football team I've ever seen play, bro.
Wow.
You can't even say that with a straight face. You're laughing as you say it.
The best football team you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
better than the Patriots. Better than the Patriots with Tom Brady in their prime.
I mean, I have a door right out here. I could just walk out the window at this point. That's ridiculous.
I thought we were going to try to refrain from mentioning that man today. We're going to try to
not make this the Tom Brady show.
We're going to try not to talk about Tom Brady, but what are we, 25 minutes in already? The first Tom Brady reference.
Rumor has it he goes to the Tampa Bay Vipers.
No,
they do need a quarterback.
Yeah, they need a 4th one.
They need a 4th one. They just keep adding one every game. Like they say, all right, we went with one the first game.
What
that
if they
didn't
just
work.
have a team that's entirely quarterbacks? They just keep switching out.
I think one of their quarterbacks is their running back too. Is that true? You're a Vipers fan. You should know this.
I don't know anything about the Vipers.
You know they have sick jerseys.
They have dope jerseys, and they're the best team in the
Everyone's got
XFL.
their
That's all I
priority.
know.
I will give you, they're probably the best team in Tampa Bay. Best football team in Tampa. Best football team in Tampa.
I agree with that.
I'd rather watch them than the Bucks.
Yeah.
Except if Tom goes there. There's a second one.
I don't know.
The Vipers, yeah, me too.
To be fair, Jameis Winston is a gold mine of fun stuff, though. He's fun to watch. He's not good, but he's fun to watch.
He's definitely fun to watch if you're on the other team.
You never know what's going to happen. You don't know. Is it going to be your ball? Is it going to be their ball? Who knows?
It's going to be the
Flip a coin.
The defender's ball. That's who it's going to be. Not the DC defenders. Well, maybe when he plays for the Vipers.
On any play, you got like a 5% chance that it's no longer going to be their ball. It's awesome.
Picks.
I love it.
Anyways, that's our power rankings. Pretty much lined up. The meat of it was kind of different, but I think you can't argue with an undefeated team.
Also,
and
there's only 4 games.
Yeah. There's only 8 teams. It's hard to have any variable in there.
No.
All
right, so shall we move on?
We shall move on.